Good morning. Today we're going to talk about Aerostich Heated Gear. It's 33 degrees here today. The wind is hard off of Lake Superior, maybe 15 to 20 miles an hour. Cloudy skies. It's December 20th and it's also Cookie Day at Aerostich. I rode my motorcycle here, but the preparations for my commute, which is 5.5 miles, was minimal. I put a down puffy on over this shirt, and then I put on my riding suit and my riding boots, put on my helmet, and rode to work. It was a 15 to 20 minute ride on surface streets. I had my chin bar up on my modular helmet, and it was a great day. The streets are dry. There's very little snow this year. For rides like mine, commutes like this, you really don't need electric gear. You need an Aerostich coverall with enough space inside to do some layering. Today I had, as I said, only a down puffy. On a colder day, if it was 24 degrees and the roads were dry and clear, I would have a sweater and the down puffy and then the Aerostich suit. But still, for a 5, 6, 7, 8 mile commute, you don't need any of this electric gear. You just need easy to dress system of layers and what people around here call the thermos bottle effect. You dress in a warm place, you zip up to your neck, close everything up, get on your bike, start it, ride to work, and you're done. Any rides longer than 20 minutes, 30 minutes in these temperatures, you do need electric heat. And there's a bunch of ways to put electric heat in. My favorite, into your body. The warmth from an electric vest or an electric bib or an electric jacket or electric grips or a heated saddle, all of that warmth transfers through the layers of clothing to your skin and to your blood circulating through your body. The blood moves, I think, in 2 minutes or less from the tip of your fingers through the heart and lungs and then back out to the tip of your fingers. And all you need to do is put heat in one area of your body, and it can't be concentrated so that it'll burn you. It has to be spread out and of a low level of heat, but still some. So once you do that in one area of your body through the vest or the bib or the jacket, you can ride a long, long time in very cold conditions if you can keep the drafts and wind out. And that's what this clothing is all about. So if I had to ride today at 33 degrees for an hour to go somewhere, I would put on my electric bib under the puffy and then zip the suit up around it, plug into the bike, and I would be fine for an hour. If I had to ride somewhere 4 hours a week, I would probably wear a heated vest, or I would put another layer on over the electric bib. So your application makes a huge difference in how you layer, how you dress, and how much you need this electric gear. And that's the starting point of the story about heated gear. We make, as you can see on this table, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different kinds of heated gear with 4 different wiring hookups for the bike. And now I'll break them down and tell you a little bit about each one. Let's start on these on the right. This is a jacket liner, and it's got, it's made of, like all of these things, there are 3 layers. There's the outer fabric, there's the smooth lining fabric, and in the middle, there's a layer of non-woven, there's actually 2 layers of non-woven material, and they're pressed together, fused together by heat to hold a pattern of heat resistance wires in between the inner and outer layer. You can't see that layer, but that's the part that makes the heat from your motorcycle go into your body. So this jacket and this vest are something called the Air Vantage, and that they have this hose that you blow in, and that there's this inner layer on the outside of the heated wires layer, which when you blow into it puffs up like it's a down puffy, and it urges the heating wires closer to your body for a more efficient thermal transfer of energy. We didn't create this heated layer. The Gore-Tex company did. Their idea was maybe somebody would wear this as an outer layer, and when they're doing something aerobic, like chopping wood or hiking up a hill, they would have the air all let out, so it was just like a windbreaker. And then they would stop, and they're all sweaty and warm. Then they would, a few puffs of air, and it blows up, and it becomes an insulating layer with the air in between, like an air mattress for camping. Unfortunately for the Gore company, not very many people were interested in this really high-tech solution to varying the amount of your insulation depending on how aerobically active you were being. So it didn't sell well. We found it perfect for urging the heating wires closer to proximity to your skin for more efficient heat transfer. So we engineered it and figured out how to use it and patented it. Got a utility patent on it. At about that time, and it was selling quite well, and it works really well, and then eventually Gore said, well, we're not selling our version of an inflatable windbreaker, so we're going to stop making the heated bladders. The inflatable bladders. Gore wouldn't let us know where they produced the bladders, and I'm sure it was an Asian contractor that made camping air mattresses and whatever, but we couldn't get that information from Gore, so we bought all the remaining bladders. And that's been lasting us for the last 6, 8, 10 years. Eventually we're going to run out of bladders for some sizes. We may already be out for one or more sizes. So 2 items. One, if you're interested in this technology, which works really great for extended cold weather, hardcore riding, buy now before we run out of bladders. And 2, if you know somebody in Asia who makes air mattresses or bladders or is a good possible supplier for us, let us know who they are, because we would love to keep making this. We have a utility patent on it. It does work great. So this is our hardcore solution. There's a vest version and a jacket version. The jacket version fits perfectly in our Darian jackets. It's tailored to fit exactly like a Darian shell. It has pit zips to match. These are wonderful products if you're going to be riding all day in low temperatures. So this is our basic Darian liner with the heated non-woven wire layer in between the inner fabric and the outer fabric. Now, all of this gear is sort of like our Aerostich outer coveralls and our Darian line, where it's not fashion. We made this as functional equipment. There's lots of little details and features that make it a functional tool. One of the ones that I like best is this Darian liner, and the Aerostich ones has this big inner pocket. It's like a game pocket in a hunting jacket for a bird hunter. What happens is when you're not using it, you turn the whole thing inside out, and it all ends up self-storing in this pocket. I'm not going to take the time to do it now, but it's a really nice feature that you can end up with, like a pillow when you're not using it, or a pouch to throw in a saddlebag or strap onto the back of your bike. There's also a pocket. There's hand pockets, the place to put your hands, and a pocket just like the regular Darian, a pocket like in here for your phone or whatever. But there's also a pocket on the side by your kidney up in front, where on either side. Now this one has the person who made it label. I guess I'm on the wrong side. So this pocket will have the connection to the wiring, which is right here. So you would plug one of these wire sets, depending on the kind of wiring hookup you want, into this. And then if you're wearing the jacket, you don't have the wire just all dangling around your ankles. So you stuff it all in this pocket, even though it's still plugged into the vest. Close the pocket, and it becomes a jacket with no external wiring, but it's all there the minute you need it. So there's a bunch of little details I've started, the pocketing and fit and venting, how the cuffs, how the collar is handled. The collar's height to match the Darian collar. It does have a heated wire in it, so that part of your neck is kept warm. It has a nice inner wind flap. There's a ton of little engineered details that make this a real functional piece of equipment for riding in colder temperatures in your Darian jacket or any other jacket, but it's specifically made to fit a Darian jacket. It even has these little snaps, which snap to the end of the Darian sleeve, so you can sort of put it in your Darian jacket and forget about it. Again, very good for long day, cold weather riding. All of these different things, except this, consume 45 watts of electricity. That's below what a smaller bike like a KLR 650 or an SV 650, any or old airhead BMWs, a lot of older bikes, a lot of smaller bikes, DRZ 400s, don't have a lot of electricity to spare to heat a garment. A big touring bike like a Goldwing or a modern BMW touring bike or Harley, they might have 1,000 watts of electricity. So plenty of juice to run all the accessories you want, all the driving lights you want, heated saddle, heated grips, and an electric garment. But if you're riding a 650 or a 400, or even an older bike that's 1,000 cc's like an airhead BMW, you don't have that much electricity to spare. And if you want a lot of electricity out of a smaller bike, it's a big job to take the engine apart and change the stator or on the BMW airheads to make it alternator produce more. You can do it, but it's a lot of work. Our solution is just to have a little less power and have it fit better and transfer the heat more efficiently to your body. And now I'd like to talk about my favorites, which are the basic electric vest and the Aerostich bib. The electric vest comes in two versions. One is fleece, and it's a little thicker, a little bit bulkier, and a little bit nicer insulated. And one is just the outer windproof breathable fabric and a lining fabric on the inside, and in between those two layers is a wire layer held by a non-woven fusible scrim. So the purist would probably go with just this in combination with a fleece pullover, fleece jacket, a down puffy. This is the sort of the minimalist electric vest. The design of both of these are the same. They're both reversible, and they both have optional zip-on, zip-off sleeves. The sleeves are not wired for heat. They just turn it into a nicer jacket, and they sort of, if you're cold enough to need an electric vest, you want a little insulation on your arms too. And these, again, like the others, have 45 watts of electrical power consumption, so they're good with smaller bikes. As you can see, there's only two pockets. This one is a big pocket that you can turn inside out, and the whole thing packs into a very compact pillow shape for transport, packing. This little pocket here is where the wire to the motorcycle plugs in, and it's also big enough so that you can keep all of the wiring, some of this stuff, in here when it's not in use. And when you're just wearing it as a jacket or vest, the wiring would be in this pocket. There's not a ton to say about them. The back is a little longer than the front. There's elastic gathers at the sides to urge it a little closer to your body for better heat transfer. It's a nice, compact electric vest that stores very, very compactly, and it's just easy to use. There's not really much to it. This is how compact you can carry it. It'll fit in a tank bag, and it keeps you warm. Even though these are great vests, we've been making them for a long time, and they're versatile, and they're wonderful in a lot of ways, they're not my favorite. My favorite is a product we got a design patent on maybe 10 or 15 years ago. It's the electric bib, and this is only a heated area. The only heated area of this is around the front, and you wear it like a bib that you would get at a lobster or a barbecue place to prevent barbecue sauce from being on your clothes. Transfers a lot of heat to your chest, blocks wind to your chest if you're riding an unfaired bike. It's very easy to use. It's super compact to carry. This one only draws 30 watts, but when you're riding suit is pressing against it, when it's underneath a down puffy, when it's underneath a fleece pullover, and it's underneath a riding jersey, it transfers a lot of heat right here, helping you ride a lot warmer. So it's almost always used in combination with another layer. And the simplicity of it is what I really like. And the compactability, it also has, like all the other Aerostich products, electrical products, it has a pocket that you can invert the whole thing inside out, and it'll be a tiny little pouch-like thing. Or you can just keep the wiring for the bike in the pocket. Not only is it easy to carry, easy to wear, easy to use, and compact to pack, it's also less expensive. Did I mention it's 30 watts? I did. Okay. So let me just show you kind of how small this thing is to carry. Ta-da! When you're traveling in the spring, in the summer, in the fall at various elevations, this, in combination with a down puffy and a windstopper jersey, is great. This is what I carry now, even though I love the basic vest we make. And as I mentioned earlier, these are more for serious, hardcore, long-distance, cold-weather rides. And in spring, summer, and fall, if it gets down to 38 degrees, it's cold. This is enough for me, with the puffy or the other layers slightly over it. I just love using this thing. We make 3 different kinds of electrical systems to connect the heated vest, jacket, liner, or bib to your motorcycle. They're all the same except for the connection between the heated garment and the wire that is on your motorcycle. This one, you put this to the battery of your bike, and you leave the end that you're going to plug into. Maybe sticks out by the side cover of your bike. Maybe it sticks out where the tank and the gas tank and the saddle meet. And this one is what we call a quick connect, and it's a coaxial electrical connector. It's very easy to operate. The way I use this one, this is the one I like the best. The SAE plug, which is very durable and very low electrical resistance, plugs into the bottom of the vest. You put the vest on, and then you put your riding gear on, and then wherever this female end of this is sticking out of the bike, you plug the coaxial in and you're ready to go. Midway along, this is a inline switch. It's high and low, and it's illuminated. So the switch is unobtrusive. It will be lying against your left thigh on your left leg somewhere as you're riding along. You get chilly, you click it on. Run it till you're warm, reach down. You don't even have to look to find it. You just find the cord as it's laying across your leg and click it off. Click it on, click it off. And you can do this all day long and modulate the temperature. This is, again, consistent with a lot of our design ideas to keep it as simple as possible, as reliable as possible, as lightweight as possible, and as easy to use as possible. This is ergonomic, this is reliable, this is lightweight, this is convenient. Click on, click off. So this is a very reliable, simple, it's so compact it actually fits into the pocket that's built in for holding the cords on all of these products. So this part of the thing is what stays with the vest, and this would pack in between uses into the pocket that's in the thing, and then you would roll it up or stuff it or do whatever you want with it. So the coaxial one works great. It's easy to use. It's just a wonderful system. The other 2 kinds of wiring, this one is for a BMW. It has the BMW plug. And this one has SAE plugs all the way through. There is none of the quick connect system like this. This is just SAE. This system uses these types all the way through, and this quick connect version uses this all, except for the connection to the vest itself, or the bib itself. We are able to measure a slight difference in the heat delivered to the vest, with SAE being the best, and the quick connect coaxial being the worst. But the difference is so incremental. I prefer the ease and convenience of the quick connect. I don't think in real world you would notice a difference. Again, we've measured in a laboratory setting how much heat gets to the vest and how quickly the vest heats up. But in the real world, you probably won't notice a difference. I just like the convenience of this kind. I guess the last piece is, what do you do if you have a one-piece suit? How do you get the cord from the heated garment out of the suit to plug into the bike? That brings us to the last piece of wiring, which answers the question, how do you get the electricity from your bike into the inside of a one-piece riding suit to connect to the heated garment? As my late father would say, aha! I heard that a lot growing up. My brother, if he's watching this, will remember and smile at this moment. Aha! This little cord does that. We call this the jumper cord. Right now it's set up to be coaxial at both ends. You can reverse it and have it be SAE at both ends. It doesn't really matter. All of our one-piece suits, Roadcrafter, Roadcrafter Classic, and the R3, have inside of them this grommet. And I'm going to try and show you. It comes out behind this pocket, not inside of this pocket, but behind it. This little cord was sort of designed to stay with the suit during the times of year when you're routinely going to be using a heated garment. So once you've set your suit up, this little jumper wire just stays in the suit all year or all winter like this. So the sequence of dressing is you put on your electric vest or your electric jacket, or in my case, the electric bib, and then you would put the suit on over the bib or vest or whatever, and then you would connect the bib or the vest or whatever to the jumper wire, and you're in the suit, and you would connect your switch and power cord to the bike, the outside of the suit, and then this would go to the connector on the motorcycle. And then you're heated. Put the bib on, put a jersey over the bib, put the suit on, connect the jumper cord to the bib or the vest, zip up the suit, get on your motorcycle, plug the outside thing into the motorcycle, and away you go. This system of getting electricity from the motorcycle to the inside of a one-piece suit to the heated garment, it has a few connections, but after you've done it 2 or 3 times, twice maybe, it's so second nature, it's so simple, it's so automatic, you don't even think about it. It's like if you're getting your car and you clamp the seatbelt on, you don't even think about that. Well, this becomes like that if you've done it twice. I hope you'll give one of these electric garments a try. If you've never used an electric garment, it will make a tremendous difference, especially if you're using it in combination with heated hand grips on your bike. Aerostich does sell 2 or 3 different kinds of heated hand grips. There's one kind that we sell that replaces your grip. The other kinds, we sell 2 other kinds where you remove the grips and place the heating elements around the handlebar and the throttle housing under the grip. Then you put the grips back on over. Then you wire them into your bike, which is very simple. And then you're adding heat to your hands right where you need it. Other people, we used to sell a kit for heating the saddle of your bike. Those work great, but very few people wanted to take their saddle apart to do that job, so we don't sell those kits anymore. Our solution for keeping your bottom warm is to use a sheepskin seat cover, which we still make. They're little rectangles or triangles of sheepskin and bungees that go over your saddle and insulate you from the cold vinyl touching the Cordura bottom layers of your suit, which then conducts the heat right to your bottom. So a sheepskin seat cover, heated grips, and one of these electric products, and a down puffy or a fleece jacket or a windproof jersey, and you should be set to ride all year round in everything but the most severe conditions. It's been great being able to talk to you a little bit about Aerostich's range of Kanetsu heated gear. If you've never tried heated gear, I hope you'll consider it. It'll extend your riding season and help you ride a lot more comfortably in a wider range of conditions. I think that's everything. Thank you very much for watching. Good riding. If you're in the area, please stop in and visit us. All of these items are in stock for immediate purchase or are available online. And if you have questions about anything here, please call us at 218-722-1927 or 800-222-1994, or email us at service@aerostich.com. We'd be delighted to help you in any way we can. Thanks again for watching. Good riding.